Imagine a world where a single youthful king, barely out of his teens, dared to challenge the mightiest empire the world had ever known. This is the story of Alexander. Born the son of King Philip II of Macedon, Alexander inherited a formidable army and a burning desire to fulfill his father's dream, conquering the Persian Empire. Philip had laid the groundwork, but it was Alexander, inspired by Homer's Iliad, who truly ignited the fire for a grand Hellenic crusade against the East. In 334 before the Common Era, Alexander, at just 20, crossed the Hellespont with a combined force of Macedonians and Greeks, a daring act of invasion into Asia Minor. His first major clash, the Battle of the Granicus River, showcased Alexander's tactical genius and personal bravery, routing a Persian army and securing his foothold. He then marched through Gordium, famously confronting the legendary Gordian knot. His declaration that he would cut it sent ripples of anticipation across his army. With a swift stroke of his sword, Alexander severed the complex knot, fulfilling the prophecy and signaling his destiny to rule all of Asia. Alexander continued his relentless advance, his path leading him south towards the crucial battleground of Issus, where the Persian king Darius III was assembling his forces. Darius III, commanding an immense army, personally led his forces, confident in his superior numbers, but underestimating the ferocity and strategic brilliance of the young Macedonian king. The Battle of Issus in 333 before Common Era became a turning point. Alexander's tactical maneuvering brilliantly outflanked Darius's larger force, leading to a decisive Macedonian victory. Witnessing his lines break and his personal guard under threat, Darius III abandoned his army and fled, leaving his royal family and vast treasures behind. With Persia's western heartland secured, Alexander marched down the Mediterranean coast, subjugating Phoenician cities and overcoming key strategic strongholds. The formidable island city of Tyre resisted fiercely for 7 months. Alexander's innovative tactics, including building a mole, proved instrumental in its eventual capture. After Tyre's fall, Alexander turned his gaze south towards Egypt, a wealthy and strategically vital province of the Persian Empire, ripe for liberation. The Egyptians welcomed Alexander as a liberator, freeing them from Persian rule. He was soon hailed as pharaoh and the son of the god Amun-Ra. On the shores of the Mediterranean, Alexander founded the city of Alexandria, destined to become a vibrant center of Hellenistic culture, learning, and trade for centuries. Seeking divine affirmation, Alexander journeyed to the Oracle of Siwa Oasis, where he received pronouncements confirming his divine lineage and destiny as a world conqueror. Having consolidated Egypt, Alexander turned his attention east, leading his army into the heartland of the Persian Empire, the ancient lands of Mesopotamia. The decisive confrontation came at Gaugamela in 331 before Common Era. Darius III amassed his final greatest army, creating a vast battlefield for this monumental clash. Alexander's daring oblique maneuver, creating a gap in the Persian lines and leading a lightning cavalry charge directly at Darius, shattered the enemy's morale. Once again, Darius fled. Gaugamela sealed the fate of the Achaemenid Empire, leaving its vast territories and ancient capitals, Babylon, Susa, Persepolis, open to Alexander. Alexander claimed the immense wealth of the Persian treasuries, distributing riches to his soldiers and using them to fund his continued campaigns eastward. His power grew. The conquest of Persia complete, Alexander pressed on, venturing into the rugged, diverse territories of Central Asia, regions largely unknown to the Greeks. He faced fierce resistance from local satraps and nomadic tribes in regions like Bactria and Sogdiana, forcing him into grueling campaigns of subjugation. In a moment of paranoia or perhaps genuine fear, Alexander, influenced by his inner circle, executed his trusted general, Parmenion, and his son, Philotas. To solidify his rule and encourage integration, Alexander married Roxana, the daughter of a Bactrian nobleman, a move that both pleased and divided his men. Alexander's ambition seemed boundless. He reportedly yearned to march further east, perhaps even to the edge of the known world, but his weary soldiers resisted. Compromising with his troops, Alexander agreed to turn back. The return journey would be arduous, including a perilous crossing of the terrifying Gedrosian Desert. Throughout his conquests, Alexander actively promoted Hellenistic culture, encouraging intermarriage, adopting local customs, and founding numerous cities named after himself. Greek language, philosophy, art, and administrations spread across his vast empire, creating a dynamic synthesis that profoundly shaped the ancient world. Alexander established a complex administrative system, often retaining local rulers and officials within the conquered territories, ensuring a degree of stability. Upon returning to Babylon in 324 before the Common Era, Alexander began planning new campaigns, including an invasion of Arabia, his ambition seemingly unstoppable. Tragically, his life was cut short. At a protracted banquet and drinking contest in Babylon, Alexander fell gravely ill after consuming excessive wine. For days, he suffered from a fever, his once formidable strength fading. Despite the best efforts of his physicians, his condition worsened. As his end neared, his generals crowded around him, asking who would inherit his vast empire. Alexander's supposed final, whispered answer was to the strongest. In June 323 before the Common Era, Alexander the Great died in Babylon, leaving behind an empire that, while destined to fracture, had irrevocably changed the course of history. His death triggered the Wars of the Diadochi, as his generals fought brutally amongst themselves for control of his vast, unwieldy empire, shattering his dream of unity. Despite the empire's fragmentation, the Hellenistic age dawned. Greek language, culture, and influence spread far deeper and wider than ever before. Cities like Alexandria became centers of learning, libraries, and philosophical debate, fostering a rich exchange between Eastern and Western thought. Alexander's military tactics and the enduring power of the Macedonian phalanx influenced warfare for centuries, studied by commanders long after his death. Roman emperors and generals, like Pompey and Caesar, deeply admired Alexander, emulating his ambition and military prowess in their own conquests. Alexander's life became a touchstone for leadership, ambition, and the potential and perils of absolute power, inspiring countless stories and legends. He forged a Macedonian identity that was distinct yet intertwined with Hellenic traditions, a unique cultural force that Alexander himself championed. His controversial adoption of Persian court customs, like proskynesis, aimed to unify his empire but alienated many of his traditional Macedonian followers. His elite cavalry, the companion guards, were fiercely loyal and instrumental in his victories, their bond with Alexander forged in countless battles. Alexander's legendary horse, Bucephalus, was more than a mount. It was a symbol of his unique bond with destiny and his untamed spirit. Koine Greek, the common dialect, became the lingua franca of the Hellenistic world, facilitating communication and the spread of knowledge across vast distances. Hellenistic cities fostered advancements in philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy, building upon Greek foundations with contributions from the East. Hellenistic art blended Greek realism with Eastern influences, creating new forms of sculpture, architecture, and coinage that reflected a diverse world. Alexander's campaigns pushed the boundaries of the known world, exposing Greeks to the cultures and peoples of India and the far reaches of Asia. In India, especially at the Battle of the Hydas River, Alexander faced formidable Indian rulers and their powerful war elephants, a new kind of foe. Though his empire fractured, Alexander's vision of a unified Hellenistic world, a fusion of East and West, left an indelible mark on human civilization. The successor kingdoms, born from his empire's ashes, would themselves become powerful entities, further spreading Hellenistic culture and influence for centuries. Alexander was a figure of immense contradictions, a brilliant strategist and brutal conqueror, a visionary leader and a man prone to excess and paranoia. His short but meteoric life carved a permanent niche in history, proving that even a young man could reshape the ancient world through sheer will and ambition. The legend of Alexander the Great transcended his lifetime, becoming a source of inspiration and aspiration for rulers and commoners alike across continents. The vast empire fragmented into powerful Hellenistic kingdoms, each a nexus of Greek and local cultures, shaping the geopolitical landscapes for centuries. Cities like Antioch, Alexandria, and Pergamon became vibrant hubs of cultural exchange, fostering a syncretic blend of traditions and ideas. Hellenistic architectural styles, characterized by their grandeur and symmetry, influenced building traditions across the Mediterranean and into Asia. Alexander's life and conquests reverberated through history, influencing art, military strategy, and the very concept of empire for millennia to come. Alexander the Great built one of history's largest empires, but his true legacy lies in the cultural cross-pollination and the enduring power of human ambition. What will yours be?